Hey, what's up everybody? Just gonna do a video showing some games playing on a 2012 27-inch iMac here. I was initially going to do a video showing the webcam on this computer, but it is, for some reason, the webcam on this is horrible. I don't know why. It's the 720p FaceTime camera, but it's nowhere near the quality of what it should be. I'm almost wondering if there's some sort of... I don't know. I really don't know why it's as poor quality as it is. Even my 2010 iMac with the 480p cam looks better. Like, I did a side-by-side comparison of the videos that came out of it. The old iMac, the color and the brightness was much better. So your resolution is technically higher, but it looks like crap, so I'm not even going to bother. To be honest, I'm not going to do anything with it. But just going to show some games running on it here. Got some Steam stuff and some other things. But first off, for specs on this model, it's the baseline 27-inch iMac 2012. I'm running Sierra on it right now. Late 2012. 2.9 gigahertz Intel Core i5 quad-core processor, 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM drive, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 660M 512 megabytes graphics card, 1440p display, and it is a 2012 iMac. I can show here. How thin it is, and the speakers, and everything about it. So, yeah, let me put it on me for a second, but just gonna get right into it. This is my second take at this video, and I'm pissed off because I'm really sick right now, so I didn't want to spend this long doing this vid. So sorry if I'm gonna be blowing my nose a shit ton in this video, but I just want to get it out now, and I'll tell you why later. So we'll jump right into it here with Half-Life 2. Just gonna show some various games here. Ah, hell. It was doing that to me when I tried to... Bullshit. Okay, the game's not working now. Well, it's working, but it's in a tiny window in the top of the screen that's bugged out hardcore. Let me see here. Now it's minimized and it's frozen. Ah, there we go. I got it to quit. Fuck. Here we go. For the settings on this game, everything is maxed out. I'm going to turn anti-aliasing off though. I'm going to turn down the filtering to 2x. You can see the train is lagging as it moves along here. Say, I don't know, I did a whole series on this game, running on different computers, mostly Mac computers. The game runs like crap on Mac computers, it just does. There's all this micro stuttering problem. It is definitely the best on this computer, but it still stutters like a son of a bitch, man. It's a pain in the ass, really. This is why I play this stuff on Windows. On Windows, on this computer, if you did boot camp, it would run great, but I don't do boot camp because I can't do so, because I have multiple partitions of OS X. So, not too bad here, but blowing stuff up makes it lag. But it's just a little stuttery. It's definitely the best on this computer compared to any of the other ones I've had. Show water hazard real quick. It's not horrible. Like, it's playable on this computer if you can handle the stuttering. but I'll show you something here. The zoom lags a little bit, but not too bad. Of course, you could turn down the resolution and possibly get some better results, but I hate turning down the resolution in this game because it looks really, really bad for some reason. Worse than any other game does. Alright. The flashlight makes the game lag hard, and blowing that guy up makes the game lag hard, because the explosion effect makes it lag. I'm not going to wait for him. Just going to go straight to Anti-Citizen 1 to make this quicker. So... slight frame drop there, but not bad. Like, that made it lag. This is incredibly laggy here when you get up close. Takes a long time to come over, eh? Huh. Trying to get something. So it runs okay. It's definitely better than any of the other Macs. Like I say, Windows would make a big difference. Like I showed in that one video, the 24-inch white iMac from 2006 in Windows, perfect. Hundreds of FPS consistently, no stuttering at all. I'll show Deathmatch too. I can't believe that white iMac just fucking failed on me completely. I wanted to show TF2 running on it, but it died before I could. Because it ran that pretty good too in Windows. And it was nice. But oh well. Here's Deathmatch. I know it's not showing the whole screen. Settings, again, I'm going to tweak them slightly here to turn off the anti-aliasing. Turn down the filtering mode. I'll do lockdown, which is the map that's shown in this graphic here. I have a bot mod installed for this game. Error loading info message, that's the first time it's done that. Oh, some big lag there. Yeah, there's plenty of lag to go around, huh? I'll get into some weird stuff here in a minute. Boom. It's not absolutely horrible, but it could be better. Yeah. My nose is running real good. Yeah, look at that stuff on that thing. Cool map, cool game. I'm sorry. Did you guys see the lag there? God damn. 2004 engine. I would have waited to do this video till I wasn't feeling so shitty, but I don't know what I'm going to do with this computer yet, because I can honestly flip it. I'll get into that later, but I could flip this thing and get a shitload of money out of it. So, I might do that. What was the map I was going to show? Underpass. Underpass. Good old underpass. I was able to get the Windows version of Deathmatch running on that white iMac. Again, incredible. That was a lot of fun. Again, same bullshit. Fucking micro stuttering where it like pauses the game for a second. Or it just looks like your character's getting sucked backwards all the time. I just don't get it. I really don't understand what it is exactly, if it's this port or what. Because, I mean, I've had a lot of Mac computers. If you can't tell, I've had a lot of computers, many of which I don't have anymore. And they all run this like garbage. It's just horrible. Like, I know these are all older systems, but come on, man. This is a 2012 computer. 2012 iMac with fucking Kepler graphics and a quad-core i5, and you're going to tell me it can't run a 2004 game? That is praised in the PC community for being a game that'll run on anything. But definitely ain't the case for Mac, man, I'll tell you that. You're going to tell me that this game won't even start on a 7600 GT card that was considered a mid-range gaming card in 2006? It's just absurd to me. Completely absurd. But it is what it is. But it's not all bad, and I will show that here in a moment. Because that quad-core processor actually is really helping me out in another way. Which is why I'm going to try... What I want to do is get a Mac Mini. I really just want to get a newer Mac Mini. And I'm going to try to get one of the quad-core i7 ones. Because I'm impressed with the quad-core. I really am. So that's enough of that for Deathmatch. I will say for desktop stuff, this is extremely fast. Everything about it's quick in terms of opening apps and all that. Especially on the older OS, it's just a lot better. So, next I'll show Counter-Strike Source, and this is the one that really baffles me. But, for desktop stuff, it's amazing. For file transfer, it's really quick, all that kind of stuff. Downloading apps and games and whatnot, it was really quick. Which is why I'm going to try to get a quad-core Mini from 2012 or 2011. I'd like to get the 2012 one just because the graphics are a little better. They're probably still not good, but they're better. My settings. These are all the recommended settings. I'm just going to change this. We'll play on port to start with. This is an intensive map for some reason. Even on PC it is. But the thing that really gets me on this is when I had that other 27-inch iMac briefly, at the beginning of this year, that 2010, it ran this game. For some reason it didn't run Half-Life 2 or Deathmatch that well, but it ran this perfect. Like, there was not a single frame lost in this game. It was really fun to play it on that thing, and I did play it quite a bit during the few days that I had it. But on here, now this is actually running a little better, but it's not perfect. This is not max settings though. I didn't turn shadow quality to high or the tech. Oh, there we go. When you're out here, it really lags for some reason. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of stops shortly. Damn. Alright. I'll show Cobble. Fun map. Or Kibble, whatever you want to call it. C-B-V-L-E. Cobble. Yeah. And not cobble, that kind of cobble. But thereby killing Lord William and severely damaging his home. Okay. It's like, what the hell? Now that I changed the filtering, for some reason it seems like the stuttering is less when you use the recommended filtering. I always just put it to bilinear because I don't care about that, but it seems like it makes it run a little better. There is still some stuttering, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be, so if you play with the recommended settings, it seems to be alright. Although, no, it's certain that the more I see stuff, the more it lags. It was the same way before. This mouse sucks for this thing, man. It really does, but this is why I use the trackball for this game. Alright, so that's that game. So the Source Engine games, man, they don't run well on this. They just don't run well on Macs. I've kind of just chalked that up to experience that you'll never get a system that'll run it well. Team Fortress 2 doesn't work at all. It crashes extremely easily, so you can just forget about it. I will show you a game that does run really well. I'm impressed with this. I'm actually going to turn my lights out for a second. But this is just great, in my opinion. I'm really impressed with this, and this is another reason I'm hunting down a quad-core computer again for my main computer. Fire it up here. Oh. Look at the backlight bleed on that. That's horrible. Call of Duty 4 runs this game excellent. I'll do PezBot because the bots are really what I'm impressed with here. And that's a testament to this CPU. So, oh, I gotta show my settings. For my settings here, 1440p. Depth of field I keep off because I don't really care for that effect. That's when you zoom in and it like obscures your vision or whatever. That is a huge performance killer on this thing, so I turned it off. Shadows don't even work properly on the Mac ports, so I don't turn them on. It's completely bugged out. Extra, and normal on specular map. I keep the filtering at the lowest. Fire up Crossfire. I've played this on many computers too, and a lot of them they run the game fine, but when you add the bots, it becomes unstable. It gets really glitchy. It's like a weird stuttering effect. So, I'll do 16. I'll just run around for a little bit, then I'll add the bots. So, this runs pretty good. It's not like 100% flawless, but it's more than acceptable. More than acceptable. Definitely enough. I'll even plant some claymores here, but you can see it's smooth. But what's so impressive to me, and I usually only play this with like 4 or 5 bots added total, but we're gonna fill the lobby. A slightly noticeable drop in performance, but that stuttering is almost non-existent. Of course, I'm noticing it more now than I was yesterday with just that Murphy's Law kind of shit that when I try to show it on video, but it's more than enough to play it this way. And what that is just because the bots in this Fucking hell, man, I'm losing my shit. The bots in this are handled by the CPU, not the GPU. So having a quad-core Ivy Bridge processor is really helping it versus an old Core 2 Duo mobile chip, or even a desktop i3. Like, look, I'm just smoking these guys and it's just running perfectly. It's really nice. Plays this game excellent. And I'm getting my ass handed to me right now. I'll change the map here. And get another tissue, sorry. I'll show straight map. Alright. Strike. This time I'll add the bots right away. I did a couple videos on this on my 2010 iMac. One of which is one of my favorite videos I ever made. The one with the Iron Maiden music in it. Yeah, Murphy's Law is fucking with me hardcore, man. Bullshit, but it does run good enough overall. If you turn down the resolution, I'm sure it would be very nice. I'm sure it would be perfect. Very close. If you had like an i7 or something, it would be perfect. It would be. So, but it's definitely enough. It looks good enough and it plays good enough. The bots are just sloppy, the code of them is just horrible, which is why it's like this. But these are the best bots I've found for Pod 4, so. The smoke makes it lag a little bit. Like I say, any sort of effect like that will do that, but. Oh shit. Perhaps you guys don't want to just see me play COD 4, but it's a fun game, even with bots. There you go. Hahaha, man, I blew myself up with a damn car. This game is dead on the 360, which sucks. I used to like to play this online. Even as the player count dwindled, I'd play it, but it's just completely fucked up on the 360. Because apparently there's people playing it, but you can't get into a match with them. Which is just bullshit, so. You can see it runs pretty good. It's more than enough. It's very nice. Shit here. What the hell, I'm getting airstrikes in a row? How's that even possible? What the fuck is up with that? Why am I getting so many airstrikes? See, look at this. This is bugged out. I just keep getting airstrikes. What the fuck? Okay, it seems to have stopped now. That was a weird glitch. Infinite airstrike. You don't need to see any more of that. I'll show you one more map because it is a good example. Overgrown. There's so much foliage on this map. I didn't get the chance to try MW3 because I don't own it. But I suspect it would run pretty good too. which would be nice. Because MW2 is a really fun game. Or MW3 rather. MW2 is good too, but I like MW3 for the survival mode. It's a little bit more laggy, but it's not bad. Just that there's so much foliage that... Yeah, you can see some lag, but... Again, probably running on Windows it would be better. That's just the general rule with these things. Damn, man. Boom, 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 boom. That's good enough. Alright. See here. Quit the game. That's everything I have to show in Steam. I'm going to reboot now and show you guys some other games I was able to install on Mountain Lion here. Because that was the OS that came with this computer, was Mountain Lion. So it can run up to, I don't know if I said it in this video or the previous take, it can run up to Catalina. And it can run Big Sur with a patch. So... Yep, I mean you can't see me right now, but it is what it is. Now you can. I'm going to yeah, I can probably just leave the light off, honestly. At this point, you guys know what the computer looks like. I'll talk a little bit about it at the end, though. Just want to get through these last few games. I'm going quicker than I was last time. I forgot to show Minecraft. Whatever. Minecraft, the actual raw FPS is high, but it stutters, of course. Everything just stutters. I can't get Snow Leopard on this computer, so I can't try games like Raven Shield or Battlefront 1 or anything like that. There's no way about it, which is kind of lame. But whatever. Okay, here we go. Mountain Lion. The one that I screwed with. Say, man, this is my first computer, new computer in a while, and it shows, so. Another benefit of quad core here. This is kind of funny. This is a really old game, but it runs like shit on the Macs. But my processor's new enough that it doesn't run like shit anymore, so. The legendary game, Europa Universalis 2. The actual system requirements for this game is a 333 MHz G3 processor and 128 megs of RAM. But it is rough on a G4, on a Core 2 Duo, whatever. The white flashing. This intro is missing Napoleon's quote, and I thought that was kind of lame. I'm aware of the copyright strike, but fuck it, I don't care. The mouse is kind of fast on the main menu, so you gotta kind of find it at first. We'll go to a late game. Whoa, let's see. What are my options? This is probably my second favorite video game after Battlefront. It's just absolutely excellent. As you can see on the map screen, we're probably getting hundreds of FPS. It runs flawlessly like this. It's wonderful. But when we actually start, let me turn it down a little bit. Actually start it up here. reduces the FPS a little bit, but it's still not horrible. It depends on what's going on. Like when the map colors change, it's a little bit laggy. That's whenever the season changes. But other than that, it runs fine, it looks like. This is very late in the game. It's just a brilliant, brilliant game. That was quick. I'm playing at a really fast speed too, which is part of why it's so laggy. Nobody would play the game at this fast of a speed because there's just too much going on. You see all these messages popping up. Excellent, holy shit. Yeah, there's just too much going on at once for me to be playing like that, but... So realistically, this game would play flawlessly. Let me see what kind of piece they'll be willing to take here. Rejected, damn. See, it runs really well. Oh, they're in charge of that siege, so it's pointless to stay attached to it. Prussia's siege in Kurland, too. There we go. Now they're down to just the capital, so you could just go back in and annex them. So yeah, it runs pretty good actually. Not bad. Oh wow! Wallachia got annexed by the Ottomans, that's kind of rare. Wow. Oh, look at Bavaria. They're doing pretty good for themselves. And we have Alaska, I think. Yep. So I know that's a really old game, but it actually is a testament to this computer that it runs it well. Because that processor thing, so. I am using the universal binary version of it too, by the way. I haven't tried the latest update, but that one is the one that I have. I haven't installed Stuffit on it because that was what I needed to use to get the thing to work. Because the unarchiver doesn't work in this version anymore. Apparently. I'll show you Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I'm running it at 1280 by 960 to show you something here. I have this autosave. It's really weird what I found here.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. Be seeing you.
It's really like, I don't know if you can see that stuttering. It's like jittery. It's really, it's blurry looking when you walk by it because it's so laggy. Like, look. It's just weirdly laggy. Doesn't fill the screen, but I'll show you something here in a moment. This is max settings though, other than resolution. I'll turn the resolution up to 2048 by 1152. So it's widescreen. Might not be full resolution, but it is at least a little better.
Well met. Good news from Clutch for a change. Certainly. Thank you. How kind. Be seeing you.
Yeah, see the lag.
Take it. Take it. Take it. Put that back, you worthless thief. Go on. What? Farewell.
But it's actually not as laggy. I don't know if you can tell, but it's less laggy on this setting than it was on the other one, even though it's much higher resolution. It's still that weird choppiness, but it's not as bad. Then I'll show it on max resolution here, 1440p. Oh yeah, I have coconut battery. I found out through that this computer was manufactured in March of 2013, so my newest computer, other than perhaps that Pavlon X360. God damn. Which is probably like a year newer.
It's my pleasure. Bye.
And it's actually, it's a little bit more outright laggy, but it's not stuttering as much. It's really weird. This thing's falling apart. You will bite me. No. So yeah, actually for this game, I'd recommend playing it at max settings. Max resolution, max everything. At least on this computer. Which is weird, but that's the way it is.
Stop! You violated the law.
You violated the blog, right?
Then pay with your blood.
Show some city action. Good old city action, but they won't do it anymore. The lag when it changes track is minimal. Unlike on my other iMac where it like totally froze the fucking game every time. So you knew when an enemy was about to attack you because it would freeze the game. You could see it was just a pause there, but sometimes it just freezes out completely. It's not perfect, but it's the best one I've found so far. This game is intensive, very intensive. On Windows it would run better, much better, but it probably wouldn't be perfect on this computer anyway.
Stop! I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Boom. Yeah, man, for having no armor, he's strong. So yeah, it runs alright overall, other than that weird stuttering in certain areas. Lastly, let me see how much time I have filmed on. 40 minutes, damn it. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is NextUiz. This game actually requires a really intensive computer when you turn the settings up. The game default, they kind of fucked with it here. It's really weird. Because there's a video page, and you'd think that, yeah, okay, you have everything on here, your settings are maxed out. But it's not true. Come to effects. This is what matters here. Here's where you got like your high dynamic range and your anti-aliasing and texture quality and all the lighting effects and everything. This is what you want to turn up. Now I have everything maxed out other than the motion blur because I think it doesn't look good, and I don't use anti-aliasing or the anisotropy, so. But I'll show it here. This really is a rough game on a lot of computers. On max settings anyway. And this is actually a really fun game. It's kind of like a Quake ripoff, but it has some things that make it pretty unique. And on max settings here, I don't know if you can tell, but the game actually looks really nice. For 2005 game that's based on the Quake engine, it's really good. And you can see part of why I like this game and why it's a little different than Quake. Laser gun here. It's your pistol pretty much, but you can use it to launch yourself around. Not the best map for it, but let me add some bots in. There's a little bit of lag, but it's not bad. The game doesn't stutter or anything, which is nice. Sometimes when there's a lot of stuff on screen it slows down a bit, but it's not too bad, which is nice. Very fun game in my opinion, and it's free, so just go on SourceForge and download it and boom. Works on Mac, Windows, and Linux, so pretty cool. They released this game for the Xbox Arcade, and I think the PS3 too, but it's not the same game at all. It's just completely different. Then they delisted it, I think. But show a different map. This map is just huge. This map really brings down my other computers. It is definitely a little bit slower on this one, but you can actually walk across it without the game freezing, unlike the other stuff, so. Huge map. I need another tissue. I'm going to be laying down after this probably because it's just so annoying. Sorry for making this a pretty long video, but that's just the way I am with these things. You can see my guy is slowly sliding down the mountain. Well, anyway, I'll show you a little bit of momentum on this thing. Oh, that failed. But this is not working. When I did the first take of this video, I was doing better. Let's see here. So yeah, not too bad. It's not working. There's some other maps here, like race. Really, huh? Where's the other map? Oh, this is it. We don't know what the fuck to do with it. I can't really show that too well. And then I'll show another. I'll show a CTF map here. This map actually lags out pretty bad on some other computers, so even though it's extremely basic. Rocket launcher here. The game actually does look really nice for its age. Flag here. Oh, they're probably gonna kill me before I can cap. Let's see here. The smoke effect when you capture the flag does lag, but other than that, it's pretty good. Boom. Oh damn, almost had it. So yeah, there you go, that's next to his. One more shot. So yeah, that's it. That's basically everything that I have installed on it so far. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to do. Like I could try MW3 on it or whatever, but that's all I have for now. Some other notes on this computer. I mentioned how bad the webcam is on it. It's bad. I don't know why. I might be able to show that actually. Well, it's not going to show up well, but it is what it is. Just using photo booth, but you'll be able to see just how it doesn't show up the same on video, but things are really, really dim for some reason. It makes it look like it's brighter, but it's not. Like you can't even. Yeah, it's not good. It's just not good. I don't know why that is, that it's worse, but it's just not great. Even my Logitech webcam is better than that when you use its 720p setting or its 1600 by 1200 setting. So that's unfortunate. Another thing, I have pictures of it. I don't know how to append them to this video without editing it though, which I don't want to do. But it suffers from really, really bad image retention. The thing where your window contents will remain there even after the window's closed out. And it takes on like a green tint. It's really, really weird looking. But it's definitely fucked up. So it's like, great, man. I don't know why it is that every 24-inch and 27-inch iMac I've ever had the chance to mess with at all has had this problem. I don't know why, but it is what it is, really. So I might flip this computer to help pay for a Mac Mini if I find one. Because if I took this down to the pawn shop or whatever, man, they'd give me like $300 extra. I didn't pay that much for it, so I could get a lot for it. And then I'd have plenty of money to spend on other stuff. Mainly being the Mac Mini. So I think I might do that actually. Because the screen on this is so messed up that you wouldn't want to use it as a main computer, because any like YouTube video that you watch, the controls or anything, URL bar on a browser, whatever, it'll be burned into your screen for like a day. So it's really bad. But for gaming performance, it's a mixed bag. I'm actually not impressed with it overall. For a 2012 Kepler graphics system, nah, no good. I don't know what the upgraded range would have been like, probably much better, but there you go. So Macs for gaming are kind of touchy little things, honestly. I'm not impressed with my experience of Macs for gaming, honestly. So if you can, do Windows or run Windows on your Macs, but obviously now you can't run Windows on a Mac because it's the M1 chip, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. Sorry for making this such a long video, and I'm sorry that I'm so just dead in this video, and I'm just really sick, but I need to get it out now because I don't know if I'm going to end up, like I say, taking it down to the shop or whatever. Because if I don't hold on to it to try to flip it, I want to have the video before I do that, so. Yep, hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys later, hopefully with another video fairly soon.